So let us go for the transformer assembly, so which carries 40 marks. So one numerical carries for 40 marks. So while coming to for the transformer, so classification of transformer, so based on the phase, it is a single phase or three phase. So based on core configuration, it can be a core or a shell type transformer. So based on the load, it can be a power or a distribution transformer. So now with respect to construction of a transformer, it consists of a yoke, that is the frame of a transformer. So yoke and legs and the window for a single phase core type transformer, and the calculation will be, that is the leg will be the width of the stamping will be considering, that is A as the width of the stamping. So here you can see the single phase shell type transformer. So the dimensions, the two outer legs will have the dimension as A, that is width of the larger stamping, and central leg will have 2 times A. So next, three phase core type transformer. So here there will be 3 legs, so where the windings will be wound on these 3 legs. So this is the frame of a 3 phase core type transformer. Similarly, we are coming for 3 phase shell type transformer. So here is the 3 phase shell type transformer, that is the frame of a 3 phase shell type transformer, and here you can see the windings, where the windings has been wound on a 3 phase core type transformer. Okay, so with having 5 limbs. So next, while coming to the conventional views, so here this is more important. Okay, so the 3 views will be considered. So one is the plan, second is the elevation, third is the end view or a side view. So this is the frame of a single phase core type transformer. So if we cut this into half, and if we remove the top half portion, so we can see, that is the cutaway view of a transformer. It will be looking like this. So now this is the top view. So if I see from the top, this is the top view, that is the plan. I can see the core, which is in the construction as a square with respect to 2 legs or 2 limbs, and here I can see the yoke portion as a rectangle. So this is nothing but the plan. So if I want to draw the plan, so it will be looking like this. This is the sectional plan for a core type transformer. So now elevation. So if I see the elevation, this is the front portion. So I can see this portion of a transformer from the front view, and here a small window. So here we can see as a square elevation, and here it's a window. This is the elevation. So this is how the imagination has to come in our mind while going for the assembly cut sectional views. Next, if I see from this end, I can see this rectangle portion. So this is the end view. So to draw this end view, so here it has been shown. So this is the end view. So the dimensions will be given. So according to the dimensions, we will be drawing the diagram. So here we have to keep in our mind, there will be 3 views. So one will be the plan, elevation and end view. So that is plan top. From top, if we see, that is the plan. If we see from the front, that is the elevation. If I see from the side, that is the end view. Next. So here is the details of the leg of the transformer. So let us discuss later. So these are the calculations what we have to remember and keep in our mind while designing, drawing the cut sectional view of the transformer. Okay, so this is the sectional plan of a transformer, that is elevation here shown here. Now with respect to this, if I go for the plan, so as I shown here, this is the rectangle, square portion, that is the width of the largest stamping A will be represented. So how to calculate the value of A? So A is equal to, for a square core, circumscribing circle data will be given. So width of the value, that is width of the largest stamping A, will be calculated as A is equal to 0.71 D. So that is for a square core. So square core with circular coil, if we consider, then width of the leg or width of the stamping A is equal to 0.71 D. Next, similarly, if we go for two-stepped core or cruciform core, so then width of the largest stamping and width of the smallest stamping will be taken into consideration. So this is the circumscribing circle will be given in the data, or you will be giving width of the largest stamping and width of the smallest stamping. Based on this, we have to draw the circumscribing circle. So that is the diameter of the circumscribing circle. Now with respect to this, so we know area of the iron is equal to 0.56 D square. Okay. So now with respect to this, width of the largest stamping A is equal to 0.85 D and width of the smallest stamping B is equal to 0.53 D. Next, similarly, when we go for cruciform core, it can be two-stepped core or a three-stepped core. So in case of three-stepped core, we will be having three steps. So A, B and C. So width of the largest stamping A is equal to 0.9 D, width of the midless stamping B is equal to 0.7 D and width of the smallest stamping C is equal to 0.42 D. So this data we have to remember. So if he gives this square core as a transformer, then A is equal to 0.71 D. If it is a two-stepped core, A is equal to 0.85 D and B is equal to 0.53 D. And if we go for three-stepped core, A is equal to 0.9 D, B is equal to 0.7 D, C is equal to 0.42 D. So four-step core, it is there, but still higher steps also is available practically, but theoretically only three-step core design will be done. So now based on this, so we can see the pictures with respect to yoke details with respect to the cut section. So height of the yoke, okay, and width of the yoke. So this we'll see it later. So while coming to the construction of a transformer including winding, so for a single phase core type, okay, so insulation between the core and the coil will be represented and some packing material will be done at the top as well as the bottom of the winding. So here it can be shown, okay, so insulation will be near to the core. Okay, so similarly when I go for the other type of winding, so here you can see the insulation between the two windings, between HV as well as the LV. Okay, so this is the another type of winding where it can be seriously the electrical circuit can be built on the transformer. Okay, so always please remember, so insulation, once the core is been built, next to the core the insulation will be there, next to the insulation winding, next the winding insulation will be there, again the windings comes into consideration. Okay, so now based on this, the windings can be classified as circular or rectangular or square. So that is the shape of the coil can be circular or rectangular or square. So based on the arrangements, so generally we will go for concentric windings and sandwich windings. Okay, so how this concentric winding and sandwich winding will be represented. So you can see here the concentric circular coil will be represented like this. So where the first near to the circumscribing circle, we can see the LV coil will be framed. Next to the LV coil, the HV coil will be framed. So this is the concentric circular coil. If we go for a concentric rectangle coil, so this is how it will be represented. Okay. Now if we go for cut sectional view of a circular coil, so here if we can see the LV coil and HV coil thickness we can find. Okay, so this will be the elevation part. If I see from the top, it is the plan. If I see from the front, it is the elevation part. So similarly, when we go for calculating height of the window, width of the window, height of the yoke, okay, and width of the yoke. So width of the yoke we will be getting it as A itself. So based on this also, already in our electrical machine design, the calculations are well known. Okay. Now with respect to this, if I go for a simple cut sectional view, so here you can see a transformer which is having a single phase, that is two legs, it has been represented. So now I'll cut the transformer into half and I'll consider only the one limb, how it will be shown. So with respect to this, the windings will be wound on both the limbs. Okay, so here only the core has been shown. So here you can see the diameter of the core. Okay, so with respect to this reference, we can go for the LV winding as well as the HV winding. So this is the full detail of the transformer. So here the height of the total height of the transformer. Okay, so here it is the total height of the core. Next, here it's a window. From here to here it is width of the window, and from here to center. So from center to this center of the core will give you the width of the window. Okay. So now if I go for cut sectional view of a transformer with the winding, so we can see here, since it is a square core, so you can see the square core which has been represented here. So next to the square core, the LV insulation comes into consideration. So this is the LV insulation comes into consideration. So next to LV insulation, the windings will be wound. So this is your LV winding. So next to the LV winding, again insulation comes into consideration, that is between LV and HV insulation comes into consideration. Next, after HV insulation, HV winding will be taken into consideration. So here when we go for the windings, so we have to consider both inner dia as well as the outer diameter values. Okay, so now based on this, we can see the another picture which is a cut sectional view. Okay, so this is the transformer. So this is right half section is been cut. So when we go for right half section cut and left half section is the uncut portion. So when we go for drawing the plan and elevation of this picture, so the plan, if I see from the top, so I can see the square core with the circumscribing circle, the insulation, HV winding, again insulation, next HV winding. Next, while coming to the left half section, which is an uncut sectional view, so at the top we can see the yoke. So yoke which covers the winding. So I cannot see the winding at this particular portion. So I can see the winding only the outer at the left portion. Okay. So now to draw this as the plan, how it will be looking. So here I can see this is the cut sectional view. I can see all the windings. Okay. So I can see the square core. And next I can see from the top whatever the bolt and nut which has been fixed here. So here at the middle bolt and nut has been connected at the back as well as the front. From the top, if I see, I can see this view. Next, I can see the insulation. So next to the core, there is an insulation. Next, the LV winding. Next, the dark color, I can see HV insulation. Next, HV winding. So this is the plan for right half sectional cut view. Now left half section is uncut. So since it is uncut, I can see only this circle. Okay. So from here, I can see this line. So here I can see this. So if I see from the middle, I can see this portion. So this is the distance, this portion, this line which has been represented. Next, from here, this is the circle which will be represented at the left section. And here I can see middle small circle. And next I can see the bolt and nut which has been coming out. So that will be the plan of your diagram. If I see the elevation, so elevation will be vertically cut. So transformer will be vertically cut at the front portion, and the front half of the portion will be removed. So if I remove the front half of the portion, so this is how the transformer will be looking. So I can see the thickness of HV winding, again the insulation, next LV winding, next core. So this is the width of the window, that is stampings. Okay. And next again towards the left I can see the windings, thickness of LV winding, thickness of HV winding. Since left half section is the uncut section, so here you can see this is the elevation part what we have to draw. So in your examination we have to draw this as the plan, and extending this we have to draw the elevation. So let us go for some numericals. So based on this we can solve numerical and draw the diagrams by using AutoCAD. Okay, so let us go for the first numerical. Or 220 bar 110 volts 5 kV single phase transformer has the following data. Shape of the core is square core. Diameter of the circumscribing circle is 7.5 centimeters. Distance between the core center 15 centimeters. Inside and outside diameter of the LT coil is 8 centimeters and 9 centimeters. Inside and outside diameter of HT coil is 11 centimeters and 13.5 centimeters. Draw the plan in full section. So draw the plan in full section he has given. So now how to proceed this problem. So here is the solution. So according to the data, so this is how your transformer will be looking. Okay, so without any cut section. Okay, so we can see the yoke of the transformer, we can see the windings. So top as well as the bottom yoke will be formed, and the windings will be wound on the two limbs. Now if we cut this into half section, if I remove the top half, so since he is telling full section, so both the limbs will be cut. Okay, so here we can see the cutway view of a transformer to draw the sectional plan. Now if I see from the top, that is the plan we have to draw, full plan, both limbs we have to draw. So if I see from the top, I can see the core of the transformer, so that is square core. So now with respect to this square core, I can see the circumscribing circle diameter near to the core. Next I can see the windings, LV as well as the HV winding. Next, from center to center of the core, so from center of this core to the next core, he has given as 15 centimeters. So from this distance from here to here, it is 15 centimeters. Now if this is the second limb, so same, the core I can see, the windings I can see. So now with respect to the dimensions, whatever the data given, so according to that, so the diameter of the circumscribing circle he has given as 7.5 centimeters. So here A will be 7.5 centimeters. Okay. So now since it is a square core he has given, so A is equal to 0.71 D. So A is equal to 0.71 D. So D is the diameter of the circumscribing circle. So if we go for calculating, A is equal to 5.325 centimeters. So here this is the core, all sides it will be 5.325 centimeters. So once if you draw this core, next from the center of the core, go for the diameter, consider the value as 7.5 centimeters. So we will be getting one circle near to the core. Next, inner diameter of LV winding, so that is point B. Inner diameter of LV winding is given as 8 centimeters. So again go for mid of the diagram. So select the circle, click here, type diameter D and mention the value, that is 8 centimeters. If I go for 8 centimeters, I can get the second circle. Similarly, the third circle 9 centimeters. This is the third circle. Next, fourth circle, it is 11 centimeters. Next, fifth circle, it is 13.5 centimeters. So once if we draw all the circles, then next we can go for the windings and insulation. Next, from center to center distance, it is 15 centimeters. That is core center to center, he has given as 15 centimeters. So draw a line of 15 centimeters. So now if I see from the top view, I can see these two lines. Okay, that is nothing but the frame of the yoke. That is frame of the yoke, that two lines can be seen from the plan. So this is nothing but the two lines that can be visible. Next, same mirror this image towards your left hand side. Since it is the plan, mirror the image so that your another section will be drawn, left half section will be drawn. So this is how we have to go for the diagram by using the AutoCAD. So now let us go for the CAD tool. So since the data is given in centimeters, so go for units, enter. Here go for centimeters, say OK. Next go for limits. So now lower left corner will be 0, 0, enter, and upper right corner will be 500, 500. So why I am considering it as 500? Because my dimensions is not going more than 20 centimeters. Okay, so that's why I am considering 500. Or you can consider 100, 100 also. So enter. Next zoom, enter, enter. Now with respect to this, so he has given width of the largest stamping, so A. So A we have to calculate. So as per the calculation, A is equal to 0.71 D. So D is nothing but the diameter of the circumscribing circle. So diameter of the circumscribing circle he has given as 7.5 centimeters. So according to the numerical, so diameter of the circumscribing circle is D, 7.5 centimeters. So now draw. Go for the calculation. A is equal to 0.71 D, substitute D is equal to 7.5, A is equal to 5.325. So go for AutoCAD tool, go for line, or you can go for rectangle. Click here. Now we know the dimension, type D, enter. So length of the rectangle is 5.325, enter. Width also 5.325, enter. So click here. So this is your square core which will be represented. So zoom in and get the picture according to the size what to we require. So now draw two diagonal lines. To get the center of the square core. Next, we can see what is the diameter of the LB binding. It is 8 centimeters. So let us go for the problem itself. So here we have drawn the square core. So diameter of the circumscribing circle is 7.5 centimeters. So go for AutoCAD, go for circle. Consider the midpoint of the midpoint. So here diameter is given. So directly if I enter the value here, it will consider it as a radius. So since diameter is given, type D, enter. Now type it as 7.5 centimeters. So automatically it will sit on the corners of the square core. So next dimension, if I go for the next dimension, inside and outside diameter of LT coil is 8 and 9 centimeters. So go for AutoCAD tool, go for circle, take the midpoint, type D, enter. So diameter of the circumscribing circle is 8 centimeters, enter. Next again go for circle, take the midpoint, click there, type D, enter. Next 9 centimeters, enter. Next again go for circle, click at the midpoint, type D, enter. So what is the next dimension? It is 11 centimeters and 13.5 centimeters. So inner diameter is 11 centimeters. Sorry, let's consider as radius. So I'll go for circle, click here, type D, enter, type 11, enter. Next, go for circle, click here, type D, enter. It is 13.5 centimeters. So now this is the core of the transformer, core with the windings. Okay, so now I can remove this diagonal lines. So this is how it will be looking with respect to the one limb. Okay, so now I have to show the insulation and windings. So insulation, so you can type gradient to get the colors, or we can see the picture here. There is a hatch command towards the left of the toolbar. There is a hatch command and there is a gradient. So here I can click the gradient. So I will be getting the colors. So I will go for indent. I will go for black color because insulation I have to show. Say OK. So go for shade. Now go for add pick point. So here there is two options. One, we can go for add pick point. Second, we can go for select object. So I'll go for select object. Instead of add pick point, I'll go for select object. Now where the hatch, where the thing has to be considered. So here the insulation comes into consideration. That is, from the circumscribing circle to inner diameter of LV winding will be your insulation. So select these two circles, enter and say OK. So this is how your insulation will be formed. Next, with respect to this, now the LV winding will be coming into consideration. Go for hatch command. Here, in case of pattern, consider the net. So net for LV winding and net 3 for HV winding. So I'll go for net. So now I'll go for select object. So select the second circle and the third circle. Enter. Say OK. Suppose even if this we are getting as a black color without any gaps, double click on that. So here we can get the scaling. Say for example, if I change the scale, so as 10, say OK. So here you can see the gap in the windings will be shown like this. So, or I can reduce this scale. Suppose if it is too small, so it will be looking like this. So there is no windings itself. Okay, so you can change the scale. According to the scale, we can draw the, we can show the windings. So go for hatch command. So I'll go for 1. So select the object. So select these two and say OK. So this is your LV winding. Similarly for HV winding, go for hatch command. Instead of net 3, consider, go for select object, select these two circles and say OK. So this is the HV winding. Next, insulation, go for gradient, select object, so select these two circles between LV and HV winding and say OK. So still, if you want to go for the higher scale, so I can change this scale. I'll go for 5. Say OK. change the scale. So now it will be better compared to previous. So now, so from center to center, so we have to consider a distance of 15 centimeters. So go for line. Select also, okay. So here I am not getting the center midpoint, so better draw the so now I am getting, go for line. So from center towards left or towards right, draw line which is of 15 centimeters. So now this is the distance from center to center of the circle. Now take the midpoint of this line, draw a line which is the midpoint, vertical line from the midpoint of this line. Now go for mirror. Here is the mirror. Go for mirror. Select this full object what we have drawn. The same it has to be drawn towards the left side. So go for mirror. Select the full diagram. Enter. Now it is telling specify the first point of the mirror line. So I'll specify the first point of the mirror line at the top and second point of the mirror line at the bottom vertically, so that the mirror image comes towards the left side. So now it is asking erase the source object, say no, enter. So we can see the core of the transformer with the windings. So now you delete this two lines, horizontal as well as the vertical line, delete. Now go for line. So here I can see the yoke at the bottom. So draw a line from the core of the transformer. So from here to this core. Similarly at the bottom, draw from here to. So now this completes the diagram. Okay, so we are unable to see the okay, I will delete this. Here again I will delete the windings. Since it is showing as an insulation winding, you cannot see, that's why I am remaking the diagram. That's it, nothing else. Now go for hatch command. Go for select object, select these two circles, enter. See, so it's nothing that it was overlapping, that's it. So when the hatch overlaps, so it will be looking like this. So now your diagram has been completed. So now we have to show the dimensions. So to show the dimensions, so here the dimension is there. So go for dimension style. Once again I'll repeat, we have to show the dimensions. So without dimension, so assembly diagrams will not be evaluated, even the diagram if it is correct. So without dimension it will not be evaluated. So go for dimension, dimension style, go for standard, so go for modify. So we can go for some modification. Okay, so when we go for the modification, here the line is there, so so let it be as it is, line, or we can consider the baseline, or if you want to change anything, we can change the values here. I'll not change anything in the line. Next I'll go for symbols and arrows. So I don't want the marks, I'll go for none. Okay, so here I can go for arrow size, so let it be as it is. Next to go for text, so increase the text size, so say as 5 centimeters for time being. Next here is the primary scale. Okay, either text or arrow you can select in the fit. Okay, so beside the dimension line, so that we have to see. Next primary units, so how many dimensions do we require? So here there is no any floating points, so I'll go for 0 and say OK. Set current. Now close. Now go for dimension. So since all are diameters, so I'll go for diameter. So from the first circle I'll consider. So click on the first circle and move. So I'll get the values. So you can see the text is too much big. Again you can go for dimension, go for dimension style, go for modify, go for text. Instead of 5, go for 2 and say OK. Set the current and say close. So now it is reduced. So still if you want to reduce, so we can reduce. So go for dimension, dimension style, modify. So I'll go for 0.5 as a scale, say OK. Set current and close. So now it has been reduced. Okay. Next, similarly go for dimension, go for diameter, click on the second circle. It is 0.8 centimeters. Go for dimension, diameter, go for the third circle. It is 9 centimeters. Dimension, diameter, for fourth circle is 11 centimeters. Dimension, diameter, move for the fifth circle, 13.5 centimeters. So next, the size of the core, go for dimension, it is linear, go for linear. So from mid to mid, consider. So it is 5.325. So we are getting, since only the decimals are considered as only 0.1, so it is showing 5.3. So if you want to change, go for dimension. So again dimension style. So go for modify. Primary units, go for 3. Say OK. Always after doing any modification, please go for set current and close. So now we can get the full value. So this completes the first numerical on the transformer. So this is a simple diagram. So this will not be asked, but when we go for the second numerical, then it will be as per your syllabus, and the questions which will be set from the question paper from the university will be in the same fashion. So it starts from the second numerical. Okay, so thank you.